Today I'm going to show you how even the best of us can feel like we're not good enough and what we can do about it. Hello friends, I'm Dr. Ru, a psychologist, and I'm here to unpack the human mind. My channel shows easy ways to handle tough times and grow stronger, so stick around. I'm thrilled to be here today and talk to you about a topic that touches many of us, the imposter phenomenon. Did you know that according to the Journal of General Internal Medicine, up to 82% of people experience feelings of being an imposter at some point in their lives? That means it's more common than we think. Today, we're going to dive into what this phenomenon is, how it affects us, and most importantly, how can we effectively manage these feelings? Let's start by understanding what we mean by imposter phenomenon. It's a term used to describe feelings of self-doubt and incompetence, despite evidence that indicates that you're skilled and successful. It's like when you get a good grade on a test, but instead of feeling proud, you think you just got lucky. You don't feel like you truly earned it, even though you studied pretty hard. There is a misconception that the imposter phenomenon is a clinical condition, but it's really not. It's a common experience shared by many, and it's not confined to just one type of person. Whether you're a student, you're a professional, or even an athlete, you might have felt this way at some point in time. For instance, you might have felt out of place when trying a new hobby or questioning whether you belong in a certain group or not, whether you fit in. You might be surprised to know that imposter feelings are especially common among high achievers and underrepresented groups. So imagine being the newest member of a club and feeling like you're not as talented like the other people in this club, or you only got in because of luck. This feeling of not belonging or being like a fraud can affect everyone. The challenge is that these feelings of being an imposter are not just uncomfortable, they can impact our mental health and how we perform. They're linked to increased anxiety, depression, and can make us hesitant to take on new challenges. It's like when you don't volunteer for a school project because you fear you're not good enough, even though you have great ideas. But there's a silver lining. A bit of self-doubt isn't always bad. It can actually be a catalyst for growth and learning. Think about a time when you didn't know how to do something, like solving a complex math problem. The process of figuring it out can lead to just a deeper understanding and even a spark of new ideas. So don't look at it as an all bad thing. It's not all negative. Now that we know all about the imposter phenomenon, I want to give you some practical tools that you can use that will help you navigate these emotions and these feelings. But before we go into it, I invite you to subscribe so that you will not miss out on any additional videos with valuable information. I also created an easy to follow resource for you, just listing these 7 strategies. So make sure to download the free reflection worksheet in the link below. Let's get started and dive right into the information. Now, I want you to imagine that you are a skilled professional, maybe a coach, maybe a therapist, and you often find yourself grappling with feeling of imposter syndrome. Here's how you can apply each strategy directly to your experience. I know you might heard me say that before, but the first part is to acknowledge your hard work. You really want to recognize the effort and the dedication behind your success. I want you to think about the last time where you felt proud of a client's progress. You might initially credit their success to external factors, but take a moment to reflect on your role in that journey. Remember the hours of training that you received, the empathy that you have shown, and the thoughtful guidance that you provided. Yes, you cannot discredit the hard work that your patient or your client did, but part of that success is as much as yours as it's theirs. Give yourself and acknowledge that credit. That's the first part. The second thing that you want to remember is that you want to open up about your insecurities. Yes, you do. You want to share your feelings of doubt with someone that you trust. You want to remember that a lot of times that feeling of imposter syndrome can be extremely isolating. So when you feel overwhelmed or question your abilities, Find a colleague or a mentor that you can talk to and express your feelings openly. You'll likely find that you've experienced and they've experienced similar feelings, and their perspective can offer you comfort and reassurance. So open up about your insecurities. Reach out, make sure that you talk to somebody about it. The third thing that you want to keep in mind is growth. Choose growth over flawlessness. Focus on your learning and improvement rather than on just striving for that impossible perfection. I know I spoke about imperfection last week, and if you want to check this out, I will definitely link it down in the link below. Now, if a decision doesn't go exactly as planned, don't beat yourself up over it. Now, going back to our example, if a session doesn't go exactly as planned, don't beat yourself up over it. Instead, ask yourself what you learned from this experience. Each session and each interaction is really an opportunity to learn. And each session is a step towards becoming more seasoned and empathic professional. So keep that in mind. Another thing to keep in mind, number 4, is appreciate every achievement. I can't tell you how many times I have discredited my achievements, my progress. You want to celebrate your success no matter how small they are and no matter how small they seem. So after a session where you felt you made a real connection or a breakthrough with a client, just give yourself credit. Take a moment to acknowledge this as a win, as a testament to your skills and to your client trusting you, which are huge things. These moments, big or small, are significant milestones in your professional journey. So celebrate it. Don't miss out on a good part. Number 5, make sure to share your challenges and growth. I think one of the most important things is to openly discuss some of our setbacks, to normalize them and to learn from others. I haven't met anybody who succeeded in life without making a bunch of mistakes in the process. So in a team meeting or with a mentor, share a difficult experience or a challenging case. This vulnerability is not only helps you to process your experience, but also allows you to gain insight and support from your peers, reminding you that there is no one's journey without hurdles. I think we stop normalizing how hard success can be and how many milestones you reached along the way. So make sure to acknowledge them. Number 6, be your own best supporter. I mean it. Be kind and understanding towards yourself, especially when you're facing very challenging situations. When you make a mistake or things don't really go your way or don't go as expected, just treat yourself with the same compassion that you would as if you were treating a friend in a similar situation. It's important to recognize that mistakes are part of growth and learning in any profession. The last tip I'm going to give you is to really learn to accept and adapt to recurring doubts. So what do I mean by that? I want you to understand that feelings of being an imposter can resurface with every new challenge. And this is totally normal. Whenever you're faced with a new responsibility or a challenging client, you might feel those old doubts creeping right back in. So pause, recognize this as a normal response to just a growth challenge, and reflect on how far you've come and the hurdles that you already overcome. When you acknowledge this, it will really help you navigate through these feelings with just greater ease, confidence, and compassion. All those things that you need to keep up with and make sure that you take care of yourself. I want you to keep in mind that our environment, like our schools or workplace, they do play a big role in how we feel. So if we're in a supportive and inclusive environment, it can really help reduce these feelings of being an imposter. Institutions can help by creating a culture where everyone feels valued and included. So make sure that you're not finding yourself in a highly toxic environment. Surround yourself with the right mentors and support that you might need in order to overcome these feelings. Remember that feeling like an imposter at times is a common human experience. And the key is to just recognize these feelings and understand. I want you to use these strategies to manage them and see how that feels for you. I really want to thank you for your attention, and I hope this discussion has been enlightening and empowering. I would love to hear any questions you might have, or if you're comfortable, feel free to share your own experience in your own comments down below. Let's continue this important conversation together. I'd love to know what you think. Don't forget to like and subscribe to my channel. I'd love to be part of your journey. And until next time, I wish you love and light.